Hey, my name is James Simpson. I'm with James Simpson Creative Media, and today we're talking about 5 ways to make your cell phone pictures look better. Number 1 is digital zoom. So now phones have multiple lenses and angles that you can use, and that's awesome. Sometimes I see people zooming in on their screen in order to frame the shot the way that they want it. This really isn't a best practice. What the phone is doing is taking the image and it's just cropping in, so you're losing all the data that your sensor's picking up. Now if you do this a little bit, it's not going to hurt the image too much, but if you zoom in a long ways past, you're not changing lenses, you're just zooming in, it's going to start to look kind of grainy and low quality. So like I said, if you're changing from one lens to another, awesome. But if you're zooming in with a digital zoom, it's not going to help your pictures look better. The alternative to this is zoom with your feet. That's something I read online a couple years ago, and I always keep in mind, it's always better to zoom with your feet and just move in closer. Tip number 2. This tip is change the angle. It can get boring seeing stuff from the same angle all the time, so let's change it. People typically hold their phone just like this when they're taking a picture. You can dramatically change the way an image looks by either lowering your phone down below or going up above or to the side, and it's going to help set your images apart from all the other ones that you see on social media. Now I'm going to include some examples of what I'm talking about here. So I'm going to be using my daughter's tricycle. I set it out in a puddle on a rainy day. So I'm going to show you one picture from just that eye angle that everyone uses, and then I'm going to show you another picture taken from a lower angle, and you be the judge of what it looks like. As you can see, one picture looks much more interesting and more professional, and we're going to come back to that tricycle later. Number 3. Now we're going to talk about night mode. Most phones nowadays have a night mode that you can select from your camera app, and this is going to really help you in low light or nighttime situations. Basically, it's using a longer exposure time to gather more light into your image. It can really improve low light images. Here's a picture of the same item, one taken in the regular camera settings and the other used in night mode. Number 4. Number 4 is the orientation that you're using your phone with. So I see a lot of people that always take pictures in the vertical format no matter what they're doing. If you are only using these images on your phone or on Instagram, it's going to be fine to do it that way. It's important to keep in mind what you're using these pictures or images for. I'll give 2 examples here. The first example is whenever we're taking pictures of our daughter, I tell my wife, it's fine, take the vertical one, but if you ever want to use it on her graduation slideshow, it needs to be horizontal. Otherwise, it's not going to fill the whole screen. If you're watching this on a phone right now, make sure your orientation is not locked and rotate your screen to where it's in this orientation. See what happens to the image? Point number 2 on this, I'll illustrate with a story. I was out with my family looking at Christmas lights, and someone was taking pictures with their phone. They had their 3 children or grandchildren posing, and they had their phone like this as they were backing away, and they were saying, I can't get everyone in the same picture, I just have to keep going back. And it took everything I had not to walk up and go, whoop, wow, you can see them all. Now there may be instances where the opposite is true. You're trying to take a picture of something tall and you can't get it in the frame. At that point, go ahead and rotate to vertical. I've been teased that I'm anti-vertical pictures, which is not the case. There is a time and a place. I just like to keep in mind that if I'm going to show it on something other than a phone later, then it's not going to fill the whole frame. Number 5. My last point, edit your photos. If you want to stand out and make your photos look better, editing is the number 1 way that you can make them look better. I'm going to come back to the tricycle we looked at earlier, and you can look for yourself. Here's the before, and here's the after. I can see a dramatic difference in these 2 pictures. And this was accomplished with free editing apps. My 2 favorite apps to use is Lightroom and Snapseed. Lightroom Mobile does have a subscription to unlock all the features, but most of the features you're going to need come with it free. Snapseed is also a really good editor, and it's totally and completely free. It has options for portraits and different things that Lightroom doesn't have. So if you're looking for more options, use Snapseed. If you're looking for a more professional approach, use Adobe Lightroom. If you are interested in seeing how I edited these photos in Lightroom or Snapseed, then comment down below and I can make a video walking you through how I did that. So there you go. There's 5 tips for making your phone pictures look better. I hope you found something helpful in this video. If you did, please like and comment below and follow my page for more videos. Thanks. I sure could make these videos faster if I didn't get tongue twisted all the time.